Hello, hello, everybody. It looks like we're live. I am so excited to be sharing with you this evening. My husband, Dave, is usually live every Friday night at 5 Central. And tonight, I stole his show. So I'm super excited. We are ending our 4th month in business here with Innovative Nutrition. And not in my wildest dreams, if you would have told me even 6 months ago that I was going to be launching a new company, I mean, I would have put my index finger to your temple and drew little circles. This was not on my radar, but I am so thankful. I am so humbled and blessed and excited, and I don't even know how to tell you guys how excited I am. So tonight, I wanted to share a little bit of my story with all of you. Hello, everybody. I see so many of you coming on the live stream. And feel free to take this stream and share it on your pages. I am definitely not going to try to sell you anything. I am definitely not going to push you to do anything. I just want to share with you a true story of what's happened for me, and hopefully there's somebody listening that this can make an impact. You know, I'll just say right now we are in very challenging times in the world, and I would not take an aside or an opinion or anything like that. I would just say the entire world right now is looking for a couple of things. And you know, times might change, situations might change, but people don't change. This is what people really want. They want to feel loved. They want to feel healthy. They really want their freedom, and they want the ability to make choices, good choices that will make a difference for them and the people that they love. And that was me just about 6 months ago. You know, some of you know me, some of you don't know me. I authored a book about 10 years ago this June, and I owned a company for about a decade. The company grew incredibly fast, and my husband and I merged that company so that it had a little bigger infrastructure. Maybe some of you know or don't know. We live in a town of 2,000 people, and I would say that's being pretty optimistic. We are here because family is very important to us, but we are 5 hours from Denver Airport, and we're 4 hours from the Kansas City Airport. It's about 3 hours to get to Wichita, which is the only city near us. So we live in the boondocks, and there's not a lot of opportunity out here, but we're workers. And if you have a dream and a work ethic, I will tell you, those are the two greatest assets you can have as far as your success. And we've been very successful. We've been very non-successful in the 25 years that we've been married. Actually, it's 27 this year. We got started as entrepreneurs in 1993. We got married. We had 2 babies. We had 1 on the way by 1995. We had 2, 1 on the way. Do the math. Everything was happening quickly. In fact, my husband was a professional bull rider. He rode bulls for a living on the weekends, and it didn't pay a lot. Back then, they didn't have a bulletproof vest and a helmet that they wore. So it was pretty scary when you're the mom with 2 babies up in the stands, but he loved it. And you know, Dave was a simple guy, blue jean kind of guy, went to college on a full ride baseball scholarship, fell in love with rodeo, and found himself traveling, rodeoing, got injured, came back to Kansas, and I owned a little salon. I was cutting hair, and he came for a haircut after he'd been laid up on his mom's couch for several months, and the rest is history. We got engaged, got married, 2 babies, and 1 on the way in 3 years. The story was everything was happening in 8-second increments. And if you're familiar with rodeo, you know that joke. And if you're not, you'll get it on the way home. But I will tell you, our lives were 100 miles an hour. And one thing that we never discussed was a home-based business. But prior to marrying Dave, I had been in Amway not once, but twice. I had sold Arbonne Skincare because I wanted to go to Hawaii, and they had an incentive trip. I had been the House of Lloyd Christmas Around the World girl. I love Christmas. So that was really easy for me. I mean, if you love a product and you can get free samples or at least pay for your habit, it was fun. But I never made a lot of extra money. Can you guys hear me? Tina said she's trying to hear. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully my sound is on as I'm in the middle of the broadcast. Let me know, drop in the comments if you guys can hear. So what happened was Dave went to a meeting, and he joined a network marketing company. Now, you guys have to understand, it was 1995. We were in an election year, much like we are right now. The only thing that has ever happened in Russell, Kansas is that Bob Dole was born and raised here. And it just so happened that in 1995, he was running for president. So just imagine, we had a beauty salon, we had an antique and gift gallery. I had a dance school with about 50, 60 little girls. I taught ballet. We did craft shows on the weekend, and Dave was entering in rodeos. And so, as you can imagine, we had enough going on, but our debt was high from starting all these businesses. We were trying to leverage, so we opened a coffee bar. Now, you got to imagine, write this down if you don't remember anything else. Timing is everything in business. And there wasn't a coffee bar in town yet. Would you believe we took out a loan for $5,000 to get bistro tables, the espresso machine, the chairs, even the neon sign that went in the window that said espresso? People brought us their express packages. They thought it was express mail. So we were ahead of our time, right? But at least we had vision. Well, because of all the risk we took, we were about $250,000 in debt. We were 24 years old, 5 businesses. We were killing it. But if $10,000 came in, we needed 15 to pay the bills, right? Well, it was an election year. Oil dropped, and we're an oil community. It went to $7 a barrel. There was a foreclosure on every corner. Everyone was taking bankruptcy. People couldn't afford tuition for their little girl to have ballet class. Nobody was getting chemical treatments or nails or tanning memberships. You know, they were cutting a lot of their expenses, which affected me. I owned a gift store. Nobody was coming in to buy gifts. We had furniture. Nobody was buying curio cabinets or dining room sets. And we never planned to fail, but we failed to plan for a down economy during an election year. And I really think a lot of people are in that predicament right now. January rolled around. It was time to go to market to restock the store, and there were no funds. The debts were high, the funds were low, and there was tension. I want to tell you guys something. Dave and I both come from a single mom home. And I guarantee you, most divorces, most bankruptcies, most nervous breakdowns, heart attacks, all of these horrible things that happen because when you get started, it's all exciting and it's fun and games. But then there are these things that happen that people stop dreaming. They stop being excited. You know, long after the venture has begun, the excitement wears off. They don't see a vision of a happy future. They turn to drugs or alcohol, or maybe they think they need an antidepressant, or maybe they think they need counseling. Do you know why all of this happens, you guys? Because there's uncertainty and people don't know what they're going to do. And in November of 1995, Dave and I were doing everything we swore we would never do. We watched our parents have a lot of success and own businesses, and then they were so busy making a living, there was no time to make a life. They were great people. They just lost their vision and their excitement and their dream and their commitment. And here we were, 23 and 24, 2 babies, 1 on the way, $250,000 in debt, and no money coming in. We were tested. And I literally got on my knees one night and prayed for something to come along. And when it did, I looked at Dave and said, no, not network marketing. And I want to tell you why. I'd been in a lot of companies with little or no success. I had been to the events. I had driven the miles. I had done the meetings. I bought the vacuum to get the points in Amway. I bought the kits to get the awards and recognition when it was Home Interiors or House of Lloyd. I had no problem putting the 3-wick candle in my salon and trying to get everybody to do party light candles or longer burger baskets or whatever it was, because I had the vision and I had the dream. I just never really tapped into the success so many other people had. So in 1996, without my blessing, Dave joined a company and I was livid, you guys. We didn't even have enough money to pay our bills. Our little girl, Brooklyn, she turned 2 and her brother was 9 months, behind her. Barely had her and got pregnant with the next one, which wasn't supposed to be able to happen. But I remember we were having her birthday party when our local sheriff came to the gate and said, Dave, can you come here with me? And we had written a check for Chance's baby formula, true story, for $7.42. And it bounced. And that sheriff came to arrest my husband at a Barney birthday party in the backyard full of family over $7. Now, it's not that we didn't have a lot of success, and it's not that we weren't making a lot of money, but you guys, it happens to the best of us. So if you're watching this and you've found yourself with your back against the wall, you find yourself right now with fear about the future. You're looking at your bills. You're looking at your credit card debt. You're looking at your mortgage. You're looking at your car payment. I'm speaking to you because never in my wildest dreams did I think there could be a shift that could so quickly, so dramatically change my financial future. But it happened in 1996. And honestly, I feel like I've been trying to recreate that for the last 24 years of my career. True story. I've done everything I could to help other people experience the same success that we experienced. And I want to be very careful when I tell my story because I'm not telling you anything to impress upon you, but I want to be authentic and honest. I've had the sheriff come with the papers. I've had the utilities disconnected. I've had the taxes published in the paper. I've had the car repossessed. And it doesn't mean that you're a failure. Those are life lessons. Walt Disney went bankrupt 7 times. People think he's a huge success. Colonel Sanders never even saw his chicken be cooked and saw his face up on the big sign. But what a success, right? You think about when they invented Facebook. Some kids were in a dorm room trying to solve a problem, a way they could communicate. And now Facebook is something everybody has. You think about Uber. I used to wait in line for a taxi after a concert. You might wait for 2 hours after the PRCA rodeo in Las Vegas in long lines. Today, people take out their phone, pull up their app, and an Uber pulls up with their name. There's no wait. You don't even get out your money. It's all right through an app. So Uber didn't reinvent transportation. All they did was create a faster, easier way. And I will tell you right now, what you are going to hear about is a more effective, faster, easier way, and it will save you money, and not only save you money, but could make you more money than you ever dreamt possible. And your results are going to vary, but I'm going to be straight up honest. I am in shock at the opportunity that we have created and the income that is going into direct deposits in just the first 4 months. I've never in 24 years, I want you to hear this. I have never in 24 years had people in my downline, ever in 24 years, in the company that I owned, in the first company where we went on to become $1 million earners and the #1 producer, even there, I had a lot of success. Never had people in my organization make the amount that they made this past month ever in my career. So my belief on a scale of 1 to 10 that people can become financially free is about here. And I know that it's a very sensitive time for people. So I want to give you the realistic scenario, the best case scenario, and the worst case scenario before I end this broadcast. So I met Heidi Whitehair 4 years ago at an event in Las Vegas, Nevada. It was the Most Powerful Women's event. How many of you know Heidi Whitehair? Drop in the comments if you. I didn't know Heidi at all. And I went to the Most Powerful Women's event. It'll be 5 years this upcoming April because I was really losing my passion for the industry. That's what I said. I had made millions of dollars for 2 decades, been $1 million earner since my early 20s. I had experienced the lifestyle, traveled the world. 1 year we went to Hawaii 5 times in 1 year. We should have just got a house there. We took our kids to see the volcanoes instead of learn about them in a textbook. We watched the whales in the ocean instead of learning about them in history or science class. It was a life that I had never dreamt could happen for me, but it happened because of network marketing. I think the hard part for me was 20 years. I have a friend that was at the very first event I was ever at. She actually held my children while I got recognized. And 20 years later, she was still working a job. She still had debt. She never experienced the dreams and goals that I experienced. Now, I will say your work ethic, your environment, your personal development, a lot of things play in your success. But after 20 years, friends that I had worked with closely, they should have been rich beyond their wildest dreams. It's because you get things going, and then in most companies, there's change. Something happens. Like the first company I was in, if it had lasted for 24 years, I can't even imagine. It was such a dream come true opportunity. But there are a lot of factors that happen when someone becomes wildly successful. Timing needs to be good. You need to have a good product that everybody falls in love with, because in network marketing, we only make money when products move. And if products aren't moving, you're not making money. And if you are, that's an illegal pyramid. That's the difference in an illegal pyramid and a viable business that's a direct selling company that is 100% legit and legal all over the world. In fact, 85% of the women in America that earn $100,000 or more are all distributors in direct selling. Only 15% of the women in America that make $100,000 or more per year are not in network marketing. So that's a pretty good statistic. And I will tell you, it's the only way that I know that two kids from the middle of Kansas with no education, single moms, no money, no time, two babies, one on the way, and $250,000 in debt with their backs against the wall could come out of that, stay living in the same hometown, and live a life that they never dreamt possible. I'll tell you why. It's all about your passion to help other people and your character. The one thing that we have been constant about over the last 24 years is caring about other people and their success. Because it's not about me and how much I make, it's about how many other people you help. So here today, as a CEO, it's a little different for us. Heidi and I met in Las Vegas at this event several years back, and she was doing a company and I was in a different company. She was super committed to the success of her people, and she was asking me about the company I was with. I was talking to her about the company that she had started, and she was very product driven. She joined a company because she had a little boy that was sick, and she was a daycare provider 2.5 decades ago. So she was a daycare provider with a little boy that was sick, and she wanted him to get well. I was an entrepreneur with a little boy that was hungry, and I wanted to be able to feed him. And whether you join for the money or the products, you can end up at the top. The reality is how hard you're going to work and how many people you want to help. And until this last 90 days, I would have told you that my how hard you work meant get in your car, go do meetings, drive the miles, throw a party, go do a show, go meet somebody one-on-one, show the plan, sell the products. You were constantly having to go. But I had heard people talk about this ATM. Never leave your house, stay at home, do it from your phone. And I really thought they were hyping people. I was like, there's no way that you're ever going to replace belly to belly and going and meeting people. Plus, I am not someone that likes change. I like to not rock the boat. I like to play it safe. We still live in the same home 20 years later. Now, it's a beautiful home, but we live very below our means, and we're very, don't forget where you came from, average people, right? We're ordinary people that have achieved extraordinary success, but we haven't changed who we are. And I want to tell you guys something. Heidi Whitehair is much like Dave and I. Heidi and her husband live in Seattle. He's the captain of the fire department there, has been for about 20 years. They are salt of the earth people, which is very important to me. And we had a conversation around Christmas. She actually became affiliated with the company that I was a part of at the time. Don't have to get into all that. Great company, great people, great products. Heidi's passion was that she wanted her people to be able to achieve the income level that she had achieved in the past. And she was asking questions and looking and trying to direct her people in a certain direction. Now, let me be honest with you. I had been semi-retired for at least 4 years. I have not done a network marketing meeting out in front of people since November of 2016. So, not like I was really building a network marketing company. We were working our traditional business. We have several businesses, and one of them was doing very well. We were in the CBD arena, and I was on the road like crazy building a company that we owned. I sat down with Heidi, and we were in Dallas, Texas, and she was just coming to me as a friend. We were visiting, and we got into this discussion about all of the challenges in the industry and why I had really lost my passion. And she was talking about why she had so much passion. And the gentleman that was sitting there at the table with us had some products that he had been holding on to for a while, waiting to put them in a company that he believed those people would have the same energy, excitement, passion, purpose, work ethic, drive, integrity. Like, there was a whole bunch of things he was looking for. Well, I sat there saying that I was passionate about CBD because that's the industry that I've been in the last decade. I wanted to be, home with my grandkids. I wasn't really interested in traveling around the world, being gone all the time. And I was just at this point in my life where I was going to make a change. He asked me, what are all the things we don't like about the industry? I don't like that people have to go max out their credit cards, drive the miles, blood, sweat, and tears, and struggle and never quite make the money that they hope to make. That's not duplicatable. The average person is never going to do what Dave and I did the first 2 decades of our career. It's just not going to happen. In that 20 years, I saw a handful of people, 5 or 6, maybe 7 or 8 that would work as hard as I did. Nobody ever that would really work as hard as I did, except for 1 or 2. And they made good money, but it was a struggle. And they weren't debt-free. And they weren't living the life that we had experienced. So as we sat there, we made a list. And the guy that was at the table with us did over $1 billion last year out of the building we were sitting in. He has been with many companies that you would know that are a household name as far as their distribution company, their legal team, their back office, their apps on their phone, their direct deposit, their accounting, their inventory, their product development, their packaging, their marketing. I mean, he basically is a one-stop infrastructure that does everything. And these are companies that if I said them, you would be like, oh, 3 people on my block are in this company. He's been there, done that, knows what he's doing. He pulled out something, and I'll never forget it. They didn't look this nice. In fact, this was one of the original ones. It just had a little sticker on it. It just said energy. Another one just said vitamin. Another one just said sleep. And he had a few things there. And I said, oh, if I was ever going to do it, I'm doing CBD. I mean, I am the CBD girl. How many of you know about CBD? Drop in the comments if you've ever used CBD, you've tried CBD. Please drop in the comments what CBD has done for you without making any health claims. Just so the people watching who are skeptical like I was before I was CBD girl, it's the fastest growing industry in America right now, you guys. It's projected to grow like 100 times bigger than it is right now in the next 3 or 4 years. And what he said to me was so brilliant. He said, Barb, you've been in the CBD industry, but it's going to become a very crowded space. And you have to do something no one else is doing in a different way with a new delivery system. And you have to be competitive because it's going to be everywhere. And the next thing I know, he slides across the table this little CBD patch. It's called Feel Great. It's pure isolate CBD. I'm wearing it right now. 50 milligrams in this little tiny square. If you can see those, see the little reservoirs in there? They open up based on your body heat. Those little holes, they're filled with CBD isolate. And when you put that on your body, it will open up and go through the dermis into your bloodstream, bypass your gut. You don't have to worry if you're sick and your body's not absorbing. This is the #1 product I have ever seen in my 24 years. And it's less than any retail store we own that sells the same dosage. It doesn't taste bad. You don't have to worry how much of it got in your body. If you don't like how you feel, you just take it off. There's no THC in it, so you're not going to get high, just the healthy without the high. We have all the COAs on it. Game changer. Game changer in the CBD arena because it's exclusive to us, but a real game changer in network marketing. And I want to tell you guys why. Easy to ship, easy to travel with, more affordable than anything you're going to find on the shelf in the same dosage. You can cut it in half for kids so they could have 25 milligrams instead of 50. And most people are like, dang, it's called Feel Great for a reason. Now, I don't have enough time to tell you everything CBD does, but if you go in our testimonial page and slap that app, I did do a full training on the CBD and everything it does. This is the #1 product in the company, and it's sweeping the nation. We are exploding and growing, and I'm going to tell you how you can benefit with both the products and the business. But he had a few other products. And long story short, at the end of about 9 hours, Dave and Ken and Heidi and I went to dinner. We were so excited. We didn't even take a selfie. We didn't even post a picture. We don't even have one memory of that night other than we were in shock that we could have exclusives on all these products and team up with the infrastructure, be debt-free. We made a decision to not take a salary, to take corporate positions and not get paid like corporate, and to get in the field with every single one of you. And we believe what our partner said, this will be the next billion-dollar company in the network marketing arena. And we are off to a great start. With only 4 months into this, we started with the Feel Great CBD. That's all we had. Then when we launched, we had complete nutrition, everything you need. On the back of it, it's packed full. Look at all this stuff. That used to be about $250 a month worth of stuff that I would swallow. Pills, lotions, potions. You can screenshot if you want everything that's in it, including omega-3s. It's got krill oil. Any of you that don't like to swallow fish oil and burp it all day long, that's your go-to. $50 retail. Unfreaking believable if you understand the nanotechnology of a 50-gallon drum shrunk down to the size of a big gulp cup, put into nanotechnology patches called the IPA Body app. So imagine this. Innovative patch application. That's what it's called, an IPA. You put it on a muscle above your heart, your body heats up, all your nutrition goes right into your body. Take someone that's elderly, that's really sick, and they say, oh, they can't swallow all them pills. Oh, they can't keep food down. Oh, they have an unhealthy gut, so their body's not absorbing. Absorption rate is everything, you guys. And there's no faster way to get into your body and your bloodstream than through the dermis. And what's next? Well, not only do we have complete nutrition, we have energy, no jitters, no niacin rush, no feeling like you just drank 3 Red Bulls. You know what's great about a patch? If you're scared about how you're going to feel, put it on. How you feel, take it off. It's very simple. Everyone can understand it. This is packed with vitamin B, magnesium, a lot of Bs. And it's got everything you need for energy without caffeine. You're going to love it. $50 retail. The sleep, this is the one that if my house was on fire and I could only grab one thing, this would be right by my pictures. I'm telling you, this is the #1 product that changed my life next to CBD. I am an insomniac. I would sleep midnight to 4. If I went to bed at 8, I might wake up at 1 or 2. I had no problem falling asleep, even in the living room chair. I have a very high metabolism, but when I'm out, I'm out. If a coyote howls, and we live in the country where there's lots of coyotes, or a dog barks, or a cat meows, I am up for the entire night. Because of that, I struggled with my weight. I had pneumonia the last 4 years straight. I'm a workaholic by trait, obviously not afraid of work, and I never slept. Therefore, my body would get run down, I would gain weight, my immune system would be compromised, and I would get sick. I put this on every night. No matter what time I fall asleep, I'm asleep within a few minutes, and I can sleep sound until the alarm goes off. Nothing wakes me up, and when I do wake up, I feel great. And in addition to that, we have an immune patch that we came out with. during the episode of the past 6 months. We held off on our weight loss because that was going to be next. And we launched Immune that has turmeric, ginger, and oregano oil. Oregano alone, I spent $30 a month on because I would take that for my bronchial, and I have a mild pulmonary lung disease since 2014. It's amazing. I breathe great. This is the first year I have not been sick. Last year on Memorial Day, I was actually hospitalized because I had been sick since January and never got well. Shortness of breath, fever, pneumonia, acute pneumonia, they said. This year, no sickness. So they say once you've been sick like that, you're more susceptible to get sick. That's why I wear 2 immune patches every day, right on the back of my shoulder, to make sure that I am doing everything I can to boost my immune system, especially with everything that's going on in the world. And then on May 8th, we came out with Ignite. Ignite is a 2-patch system. One is going to help you not be hungry, have energy, burn fat, and feel good while you're dieting. I don't want to say dieting. I want to say let's work on weight management, okay? So I've been a yo-yo dieter my whole life. Being in nutrition since 1996, you can imagine I've been through everything from HCG drops to the ephedra to the thin fin or whatever they called it. There was keto, there was Atkins, there was the red, white, and blue that came out at GNC, and oh my goodness, I did the soup diet. I've done everything. And you know what? I would lose it, but I would always gain it all back if I changed my eating. So when I visited with Heidi and our formulator, we wanted to do something nobody else was doing, just like we did with these other products. And what we decided was that we would not only have the weight management that helped you not be hungry, have energy, and burn fat, but we would also have the support so that you could lose it. Not lose a whole bunch right away, lose it healthy. People are losing 10 and 15 inches by the time they've lost 5 pounds, because our support patch is for women like me who are struggling with their hormones. It has hormone support. People like me that are struggling with adrenal fatigue, so nothing works because our adrenal glands are completely jacked up. It has adrenal gland support. People like me that have been on a lot of medication because of the pneumonia. Last year I was on Levaquin and I didn't want to take it. I didn't realize what they were pumping in the IVs when I was in the hospital. Later, I couldn't walk. My ligaments were tearing. My ankles hurt. I felt like I had a constant Charlie horse burning pain. It was a side effect to Levaquin. When I called my doctor, do you know what they said? Well, we didn't want you to die. You had acute pneumonia and you couldn't get any oxygen in your lungs. So the good news is I was alive. The bad news was I had all the side effects of prescription drugs. So now when people tell me, oh, how expensive is the product? Expensive? Expensive is not having your health, not having a quality life, spending months in the hospital and being on prescription drugs. This is a small investment compared to the latter. So the second patch is adrenal fatigue, blood sugar support, hormone support, and the one that I really needed, liver cleanse. Because when I did keto or all these other diets, what happens is then you get an unhealthy or a fatty liver. When that happens, you can't lose weight no matter what. And when I saw people who had done the same diet that I did, and I lost 40 and then I gained 30 of it back, I saw some people that lost 100 and gained 110 back. So I loved it, but I want to tell you, at my age, I'm not trying to yo-yo diet over and over again and worry about my health, getting gallstones, other things that I've seen people experience with all the crazy fads that are out there. I still love the keto lifestyle. I love to eat that way. I did have a mouth surgery 2 weeks ago. Today's my first day being live anywhere. I had a lot of titanium rods put in this side, and right now I'm wearing a partial dental apparatus in my strange. But I will tell you, because of CBD, I did no narcotics and I did deadening while I was in the chair. They wanted to put me out with anesthesia, but I chose CBD and I didn't come out of that feeling bad for several days. I did have a lot of inflammation and pain. I'm not going to lie to you, but the CBD would help me keep that under control. So I didn't have to take even Tylenol, Motrin. I took it one time, Tylenol and Motrin, just for the inflammation. Let me talk to you about the money. So we talked about the products. There's Ignite Weight Management, 2-patch system, Sleep, which is my favorite, CBD, which is a must for everyone, and Complete, which is the number one thing everyone needs, because if your body's healthy, disease can't grow in it, right? So the goal is, let's be preventative, not wait until we're sick. And then we also have, of course, the energy and the immune. So what's in it for you? You could be a customer and you could get with the person that's sharing this with you and you could just try some products. The good news as a customer, 100% money back guarantee, no questions asked. So your risk is a promoter, because as a promoter, you can work your way up to 30% discount, and you can also make up to 40% if you refer a friend. So how would you like to refer a friend that tries the CBD? They spend $100 on a great product and you were able to make 40. That's a pretty good deal. So you can make 10 to 40% in commissions, and you can start out as a $49 promoter, getting a free app on your phone. We've never left the house to do a meeting. Everything's in the app. You get a free website where people can go and shop your link. And on every first customer order, you will earn 10% if you're just a $49 promoter. But if you choose to become a P1 promoter with the Get Started Fast Pack, you actually earn 25% on every first purchase, no matter what they buy. Now, a lot of people say, I want to get the best deal with the best value and I want to get all the patches. Well, let me tell you guys, for less than I spent on that espresso machine that went in the window of my gift gallery in 1995, let's just talk business. Any of you ever own your own business? Drop in the comments. I would love to see who is watching this live that has owned their own business. And I guess my real question is, what did it cost you to get started in business? So if you own your own business, I owned a salon. I took out a loan for $25,000. I had to get a sink, chairs, a station, lights, the mirror that went behind the vanity, the manicure table, the dryer, the thing that distilled all the instruments and the scissors. I had to get signage. I had to put vinyl on the window. I had to advertise. I had to get a phone line. I had to get a directory listing. I mean, it takes a lot of money to get started. And then what did I have? A job. I had to wait for people to come, or otherwise I was out $25,000. I went on faith that some people would show up and I would make payments on that loan for years. How many years? Years and years and years. That's a lot of $7 haircuts. But the reality is, indirect sales is the greatest way for the average person to get started, because you can get started with a $49 distributorship, the app on your phone, your own customized website. I mean, I've spent $5,000 before just to build a website for our retail stores. And here, $49 takes care of all of that. And then you can get one of every patch to start with. And when you get those patches, you can order these little stickers and you can take them out. So let's say that you order the pack that has all of them, take them out, put the little stickers on the back, and sell weekly samples. So let's say someone doesn't want to join you. You could just say, this is a CBD sample, and you could take your little pack of 5 and you could sell them for $25 each so that people could try a weekly sample, and that would pay for your CBD. And then you could take the sleep and you could say, try a week of great sleep. Tell me what you think, $10 a week. And if you did that, $10 on the sleep, $10 on the energy, $10 on the complete, and you just posted that you had $10 samples, you could pay off your whole pack, $500 in products. You would have enough for you to try, and you could sell some. You would have samples so that you could share them with your loved ones, and you could launch your entire business for $549. We call that the Get Started Fast Pack. Do you want to get started fast, or do you want to get started slow? I would say get started fast. If I'm going to do something, I want to win. And this sets you up to win. You're going to have the Ignite, the Sleep, the Energy, the Immune, and the CBD, and the Complete. So it's the best way to get started. Now, let me ask you a question. If you tried these products and you felt like I do, helped your hormones, helped your sleep, you didn't have any pain, didn't have any migraines, you were taking one patch and saving $200 in multivitamins, and you believed it was a good thing, how many people would you tell? I mean, I know people that share things on Facebook that isn't even good news. You'll watch a Netflix series that's slow, and you're like, why am I even watching this? But someone tells you it gets better at the end, so you just suffer through it, right? I'm telling you, from the beginning, this is a great experience. You feel great, you sleep great, you have good energy, you have complete nutrition, You have less inflammation. Whatever it is that you experience, it's good for you and your entire family. And you tell a friend. Well, let's say that you told 4 people and they were just like you and they said, I want to get the same pack you did. So I get the sampler pack. I can sample it. Some people host a Facebook party in a group. I mean, we have a girl that built a cosmetic company the last 3 years and made more last month in her first month just doing a Facebook party than she made in the last 3 years in a cosmetic company, working hard. And here she was from the comfort of her home, sharing the app and did a Facebook party. I'm not best at parties, but I know how to help people define their dreams and goals, develop a burning desire for their achievement, and let's just get the job done. Let's just get direct deposits going in your bank account. I mean, if I can do this, anybody can do this. And as the CEO, co-CEO with Heidi Whitehair is a red personality. She is not going to do it halfway. She is going to the top. She's relentless. She never stops working. It's all about making sure that you all get paid if you go to work. And then there's me. I want it to be fun. I want it to be fun or I'm not doing it, right? I'm not the most organized. I'm not very good with technology. I'm definitely not very good at staying on track. I'm kind of like a squirrel everywhere, but I don't have a problem telling the truth. And the truth is, in 4 months, we have more people making more money than I made in 4 years in a company. More than I made in 8 years as a founding distributor owning my own company. So it's insane to see where this is going and what's about to happen with innovative nutrition. I just don't want you to miss it. If you're on your knees tonight and you're praying like I was for something to come along, here's the reality. You don't want to stack a bunch of people. You don't have to learn how the structure works. This is not like any other company you've ever seen. Here's what you do. You just invite all your friends to join as a customer or distributor, and you just get paid 25% on the real dollar. There's no hoops to jump through. You don't have to hit a certain rank. You're going to bring your friends to your website or share your app. And if they order as a customer or a promoter, either way, you can make 25% once you're at the 501. So if you just want to pick your own products, just make sure that you get to 501 or higher, and you're going to be maxing out these beginning bonuses. Now, as you join at that level on your orders after that, you're going to get a discount. And your goal is to get to 4K in 1 month with all your customers, all the people that join. Let's say 8 people joined with the Get Started Fast Pack. You would be at 4K. Then you're locked in to 30% discount and 40% commission on every new customer for a year. Once you hit it, you're there. So now people are sharing the product with their neighbor. They're sharing it with other moms that have kids that just don't eat healthy, that want complete nutrition, whatever. Next thing you know, 5 people have joined. They tell all their friends. Then 10 people have joined. They tell all their friends. Now 25 people have joined. And like so many people in innovative nutrition, they're just shaking their head saying, I've never seen anything work like this, so effortless. It's not easy because the hardest part is getting started, but it's simple because we have a system that you follow. And that's really the secret sauce. We do live training. We're live like this almost every day. You just plug your people in. We do the work, you plug your people in. We have an app that has all the training that teaches you exactly what to do. We have the posts already made. You just take them and share them in your Facebook group, Messenger, or whatever, Facebook wall, or Twitter, or Instagram, wherever you want to share them. And the recognition is phenomenal. Like, you've never seen recognition like we have here. You're finally going to get recognized for what you're worth, and you're also going to get paid probably more than you've ever thought you were worth because there's no corporate salary. There's not a lot of overhead. We are paying out majority of all we can on the first order, and then the residual is higher than anything that I've ever seen. I am very proud to be the co-CEO of Innovative Nutrition. It's humbling to see so many people having so much success. I saw Becca Ferris picking out her new kitchen, all of her new furniture. I saw Jeremy and Sarah Pease go and buy their dream boat and get it all detailed. Their business is exploding so fast they can't even go to the lake. They're just putting people in as fast as they can. It's so exciting to see something when it's finally working. So if you're like me and you've lost your vision, you're like, I'm too old to start over again. I've done that before. It's just too much work. I hear you. I've been there. I felt just like you. And that's why we started this company, because this is a legacy company that we hope to help you catch up. We hope to help you pay off that debt. We hope to help you finally experience the success that you've always dreamed about. And that's what so many people are saying. Julie Gettner, one of the top leaders here, just had her daughter get married, and we were talking about what it feels like to have financial freedom to make choices. Shelly Gitchell, saw her post that she had went and rented their dream home to have a vacation on the lake and bring all of her family in together. Family she hadn't seen in like 3 or 4 years, even her own mom. You guys, it's not about the money you make. It's about the choices it gives you. So you don't have to look at the checkbook and say, oh, honey, we can't afford that. You don't have to say someday we'll be able to. And I mean, if you don't do this, what else are you going to do? Because I've never seen a time in our world where there's so much uncertainty and fear. The debts are high, the funds are low, and people are looking for hope. And here, with the nutrition and these incredible innovative patch applications and the compensation that is more lucrative than anything I've ever experienced in my life, I'm excited about that, because that was our goal when we sat down at that table. And I literally came out of being semi-retired to be a co-CEO with Heidi Whitehair. And we said to each other, we're going to pull out all the stops. We're going to help more people make more money than they've ever experienced in their life. And we're going to have products that are better than what you might be used to, better than what maybe you experienced in the past. I'm never going to bash another company. All companies out there that are having success, they all have a mission and a purpose, and they have their products formulated the way they have them formulated because of science and technology, and they work. Every comp plan works. My question to you is, how long do you want it to take? And how hard do you want to have to work? Because just like Uber with taxi, it's my belief that we just created a easier, simpler way for the average person to take incredible nutrition and a comp plan that would help them to experience incredible financial freedom. So we look forward to seeing you join as a customer or a promoter. What's next? I would say get with the person that brought you on this live broadcast and tell them, I'm in. I would love to be a customer of yours. If you see your friend trying to build a home-based business during times like this, even if you like their post and comment, drop a comment right now. Their dreams and goals are big, and they're putting in effort to build a legacy income for their family through the movement of products that are changing people's lives. All you have to do is like and comment and share, and it helps them. At least help them if you don't want to help yourself. Be a customer or become a promoter tonight, and you can just download the app. You'll take your phone. Right when you pay the $49, you'll get a prompt. You'll get this little app. It's called Innovative Connect. It'll pull up like this. You're going to see a little button on there that says share. If you can touch that little button that says share, see that little arrow? You click that little button. It shares the opportunity. It shares the product. It's a 3-minute video. We do everything for you right inside this little app. And you'll also see your back office. You can put all of your prospects in there. When they watch the video, it shows you that they watched the video. You can set up a 3-way call with your upline. Schedule it right through the app. I've never seen anything so simple in all of my life. And even set alarms to follow up with your customers or your new promoters. When you get this person who joins as a customer or a promoter, and you get paid that 25%, it's going to go into an e-wallet, and you're going to set up your bank account, and anything you do between now and Sunday night is going to direct deposit into your account next Friday. So let's say that you bring in 5 promoters, and they each want to go get someone to join with them, and they lock arms with someone that gets to get started fast pack. If you just help 5 people that each got one, you would make between $1,100 and $2,000 between now and the next payday. It's just a matter of why not you and why not now. Here's why I tell you most people don't join. They've lost their dream. They quit dreaming just like I did, and they say, oh, well, those were the good old days. Big deal. They don't want to be uncomfortable. They don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to fail. So I've ever seen before. The other reason people don't join, they're confused. If I've confused you in any way, get with the person that showed you this broadcast. They can show you the comp plan video. They can go over it with you. A confused mind always says no. I'm not the best at numbers. I just try to keep at 5th grade level. That's why I just kind of gave you a thumbnail sketch. But here's what I do know. If it's simple and you're not confused, everyone can say yes and do it. And the last reason that people don't join, they just don't think they can do it. And I'm here to tell you, the person that shared this broadcast with you is willing to help you learn the app, share the app. They'll help you create your online party. They will help you share the opportunity. They will help you host a Zoom. And the sure way that you just miss success completely, you guys, is to miss the opportunity. I believe this is an opportunity of a lifetime. I'm humbled to be in business with Ken and Heidi Whitehair. Dave and I are super excited about where this company is going. And we hope that you will take a chance, join the person that got you on this broadcast, and say, I'm in. We look forward to seeing you on an upcoming Zoom. Hopefully we'll be meeting you at our first annual convention and hearing your success story. Jump over and slap that app, see all the testimonials, and then you'll understand why we're so excited about the products and the opportunity. You guys make it a great night, and I hope you'll take a chance and give it one more opportunity, just one more time that you can put your dreams and goals on the wall and say, what if these could happen? I don't think you'll be disappointed. We'll talk to you all soon.